What's up, guys? It's me again, and yeah, this I don't know if it's depressing or not. I'm trying not to sound depressed or anything, but it's just one of those topics where you just got to think about it, and yeah, what I this is basically, well, I've been planning to do this for a while, but still, basically a video about the three big names we all know and love in the game industry, and the three companies: Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft. And me being the multi-person, not multi-console owner that I am, with such a PS3, but still, yeah, I just wanted to share like a little insight about what I like about them and what I don't like about them. Alright, first off, I might as well start with the least favorable out of the three: Microsoft. Granted, I have a 360 and I've played more than the Wii and anything else, but still, um, what I like about it is that if there's like a game that's on PS3 and Xbox 360 only, I have the privilege to play those games on the 360. Because before I could do that, like no way, no how. Because I already had like a Wii at first, and there was no way because there were like games I wanted to play, but I didn't have like the system up until now, and there was like a lot I was missing out on. Like, let's see, a couple games I could think of on the top of my head right now. Soul Calibur 4, because I never played 3 at that time, and 4 just came out, had Star Wars character. Tales of Vesperia, because that was 360 only. Final Fantasy 13, that was because I didn't have a PS3, but I had a 360 at the time, so I got it for 360. And it was, I don't know. Oh, and Sonic Next Gen, because I wanted to get that because of how everybody kept saying it was a bad game, and wanted to see it for myself, and turned out not to be so bad. Except I still hate Elise, and that will never change. I will always hate Elise. And yeah, as soon as I got my 360, I knew what to do, like it was back of my head. And when I played it, I felt like a brief enjoyment, like how I did with the original Xbox, and how that was like the last console I got, and during that gen, because I had like GameCube and PlayStation 2 like before I had an Xbox, because Godbros had one, and like again, Godbros had a 360 before me, and I got it second. So yeah, keep asking me to play online with them now. It's really annoying. And speaking of online, that's basically one of the things I hate about the 360. That being that I have to not only pay for online, which why on earth should I have to pay, but still, it's like I have like 1 month free, and then afterwards I'll have to pay to get it renewed. I did not get my thing renewed for like a good couple years. Well, good year to be exact. That's how long it took me to get it renewed, because I really didn't see no point in having to be on, on a certain plan just to chat with your friends. Get real. Seriously. Like, just so I can play with you online and talk to you online and use certain features online, which I can do on my computer, mind you, or a laptop, whatever. I have to pay for all this just because of it being on a console and ease of access? No. I think no. You should be doing that. That was my main gripe with it. Having to pay for it, either yes, you could buy cards, and yes, you could charge your credit card. I did not have a credit card, and I still don't. So, what's my solution? like everybody else's solution. Buy a card. But I'm not paying $50 a year just to play online. That's no way, no how. If I do have games online, I don't play them. Because I just hate online gaming. I do. Like, I'm just. And the whole downloadable content. I know this is three of these are guilty of this, but this one most likely goes out to Microsoft in general, because most of those games are overpriced. Why on earth would I pay 1,200 Microsoft points just to get Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which has like all the characters unlocked to them? Granted, I don't have like a physical copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, or I never owned one, but still, that's a little too much. And then you guys did the same for the rest of your arcade games. Like, I could just get these in my old games. Why are these re-released now? Would it be a new or whatnot? I don't get it. It just really pisses me off thinking I'm gonna have to pay just to play it on this system. It's kind of stupid. And third problem, no exclusives. That was it. That's my main gripe with the 360, and it still is now. Because the 360 has no exclusives. Other than Halo, Gears of War, and Fable, those are three I can think on the top of my head. And that was a text message I just got. And that's it. With the regular original Xbox, mind you, you had Whacked, Blink the Time, the Sweeper, Kung Fu Chaos, Mad Dash. Let's see. I know I'm missing something. What am I missing? It'll come back to me eventually, but those 4 games I really, really wanted to see sequels to, or Blink's being the only sequel that got made, or be able to have the ability to play them in on the 360, since we had backwards compatibility. I was wrong, because you need a list to play your original Xbox games, and they then had the nerve to finalize the list. So if your game still is on that list, you ain't playing it. No way, no how. Microsoft is, in my mind, basically what Sega is to the gaming company. Well, it used to be when the Dreamcast was out. The Xbox is basically the Dreamcast. But it is not the Dreamcast, like, in other way I could positively say how the Dreamcast is different than the Xbox. Dreamcast have more exclusives. Plain and simple. Because Microsoft just jumped in this like after Sony and Nintendo have already been here. They're like treading on uncharted waters. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know what they can do at this point. If you want my advice, just try to get more original games, because you're losing by a long shot when it comes to exclusives. Like, there's not many I could think of that hasn't already been released on another console or haven't been thought of before, because we all know your stuff is not like this. Has been there, done that. None of that. Like, nope. Never had a game where you have to be like a dude that wields a gun and save the world. Nope. Don't gotta fight a war. Nope. Don't gotta use my mystical powers to save the kingdom I live in. Yeah. Anyway. Getting distracted. Except the big end themselves. Nintendo. Granted, I've been a Nintendo fan like my whole life. Really have. Like, had all their systems you can name of. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo 64, Super NES, GameCube, SP, DS, Wii. Yeah. Only thing I don't have now is a 3DS, and now I'm not getting that until a certain title launches, and another one, hint, hint. And anyway, Nintendo, they're basically, how would I describe it? They're good at what they're doing. Like, I don't care what people say, who all the haters gonna hate, or all the Sony and Microsoft fanboys say. They're good at what they do. They're good at bringing something like anybody never thought of, and make it their own, make it original. That's how Nintendo works. And you remember how how everybody was dissing the whole Rumble feature in the Nintendo 64. Yeah, I remember those times too. How everybody mocks the GameCube for being like a little square box, but then we have games like Melee, Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Pikmin, games like that, and then you guys just shut up and took it, and how everybody mocked the Wii, and how, oh my god, motion control gaming. That's a laugh. Turned out to be like a gold mine. Gold mine right there. And then we have 3DS. 3D without glasses. Blasphemy. It's not gonna work. It turns out working. Plain simple. Now, I know I'm saying like I'm a big fan of Nintendo, but they have their faults too. Like, not only they're good with the exclusives, cause where else will you find Mario games like Mario, Smash Bros, Zelda, Kirby, Metroid, Star Fox, F-Zero, Pikmin, Earthbound, the list, the works, and Pokemon. Where you find games like that? Everybody tries to mimic those games, but fail horribly at it. And their fault with me is being, like, granted, those tires are good and all, but where's the other ones? Like, where's the other games that will back this up? Like games like Final Fantasy or Tales game. Like, granted, there are both games on there, but they really, well, in Symphonia's case, like, Symphonia was good, but Dawn New World, not so much. It was kind of not the sequel may have been hoping for, and with Crystal Chronicles or Crystal Bearers, whatever it was, well, Crystal Bearers, that was basically like you can use mind control or, you know, telekinesis, whatever. And not to mention that though we have the most Sonic games too. Like, there's like a whole lot of Sonic games on the Wii. Oh man, like Nintendo is on its Sega. Yeah, and the whole, I like the idea of the virtual console thing. That was really what got me interested in the Wii, but the fact that most of the games I want on there are not on there. I'm like, seriously? Seriously? Like, I thought, like, backwards compatibility, like, oh, I could just put in, they're probably going to make a slot, like, where I could play my old games, and nope. Nope. And I remember having the Wii for the first time, like, thought I could do all this awesome stuff because I had, like, a DVD preview for all of what we can do with the whole news, internet channel, and weather channel, and the shop channel. And found out you had to be connected to the internet for that, and had dial up, and then we got effed up because we kept dropping it, overheated, it had to get repaired, lost all our data, and it still does it to this day. So yeah, probably gonna have to get it replaced sooner or later. And yeah, the Wii didn't have that. It still doesn't have that many games that I would get. Well, when it was like after the major hit titles like Brawl, Super Mario Galaxy, Twilight Princess, Metroid Prime, games like that, it was rarely a reason for me to play the Wii again, other than other games like Sonic. That was another game I got like that was exclusive to the Wii. The Storybook series that was there, and that was basically it. Because looking back, there wasn't much there. It really wasn't. And the whole friend code thing, that was kind of annoying too, and it still is. They're hoping to get rid of this with the Wii U, and I think the 3DS has it still, but I'm not too sure on that. And as far as I could say, I know there's like too many. It's too many tries to of Nintendo trying to appeal to the hardcore and try to appeal to the casual. Like I get it, but still, you guys should know for yourself like what you're capable of doing and how you can cater to both. See what Sega's doing with Science Generations. That's a perfect example right there. And it was one major gripe I have with the Wii. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, lack of demos. Just call me crazy or whatnot, but it was kind of pointless to have like a demo of like not all games, but some games. I'm like, seriously? Like I had like played Pokemon Rumble. Let's see, Bit Trip. Like love that game. Bit Trip Fate, World of Goo, Jet Rocket. Yeah, those were all demos, but it's like they really limited the demos, and that was like something I've like. Why would you limit it like this? Why can't like certain all games have like a trial for like if you want to get it, then move to the shop channel like after you play the game. And that's what they do too. Like after you beat your demo, they might ask you, "Do you want to proceed to the shop channel to buy the game?" Thinking you're automatically gonna buy a game after playing the demo. That's kind of shady logic, Nintendo. And also the whole 3DS fiasco with no launch title being there too. That was one of my jips too, because I was really planning on getting one after hearing like how we were gonna have like a new Kingdom Hearts game on there. Not to mention Kid Icarus of all games being on there, and there was supposed to be an unannounced Sonic game on there, but now that's Generations and Kingdom Hearts, not two. So that basically sealed the deal for me. And a new Smash Bros. Game on there. And speaking of Smash Bros., that's looking to be a good title for both Wii U and 3DS, because well, on Wii U there's no GameCube support, so gonna have to be using the Wii Motor Class Control. And 3DS, I just want to see how that play. And while I was waiting and looking at what games were to come for 3DS, there wasn't really much, really. Like, yes, you had Street Fighter 4 for Arcade Edition, well, 3D Edition, and that was basically, it was more games like Rayman and Pilot Wings, like shovelware, and then like main games, like. But seriously, there wasn't much there, and the fact there wasn't gonna be much until later that year is like, why? And I was even tempted to get like a Team Shelf on there, and I was like, nope, not doing it. I already bought the character, so because I wanted to like at least have like a portable fighting game with me. And speaking of portable fighting games, they had one. It was that Cartoon Network Super Fun Time something crap, or that was just a Smash Bros. Ripoff. But yeah, And hopefully you guys can fix this. Well, you guys stated you want to fix this with the Wii U, with the whole launching, having launch titles for it, and Pikmin 3 being a launch title. I'm pretty sure you guys are keeping your word on that. And maybe we'll even see a Zelda or a Mario, because that's basically how you guys like to release your new consoles. You see, with the 3DS, you have Star Fox, you have Zelda, you have Mario. But the other two being remakes, and Mario being the only real game, original new game made. Still, and I'm really looking forward to Wii U. I really am, and mostly because it looks like it's gonna hopefully fix the mistakes of the Wii with the whole. But people are already hating on it. I don't know why. Just the name's stupid. The idea is stupid to you. Like, with the whole motion thing, Town decided to join the whole graphic horse war and have higher processing and games. I'm like, whatever. I could care less at this point. Have fun, all you graphic horrors out there. I hope you're happy that you're constantly whining and being about how games should be. Your dreams come true, douchebags. It has. And last but not least, the big S, Sony. Granted, I've been with Sony like roughly around the same time I had a Game Boy, which was roughly around 2001. Well, I played like PlayStation like roughly around 2000, but still. And started with the PlayStation 2, and then I had like my own PlayStation after that. Don't ask why I want to get a PlayStation after I already had a PlayStation 2, since PlayStation 2 could play PlayStation games. Don't ask me why I wanted to get a PlayStation. And I also had a PSP, and I still have a PSP. First one got stolen, and the silver one I have now is a B. It hates me. It really does. And because I kept dropping it. And basically, I will admit, and I will wholeheartedly admit this, I am so tempted to get a PS3 now. I don't care what people had. PS3 has no games. Please, they have like more games on 360. You have this guy on there. You have Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, Infamous, Mugen Souls, Trinity Universe, Tales of friggin' Zelda. Dude, I could go on and on the many games I would kill to get on that for PS3. And then you have the ability to get games like the whole series of Crash and Spyro, not to mention Kona. And those are like my 3 favorite series right there. And why wouldn't I do that? And not to mention the online is free. Like seriously, them and Nintendo, they seem to have having it working out, since yes, the Wii is online is free and the PS3 is online is free. The only thing you can't do on PS3, I think, is the whole talking online thing. I don't know. You can't have a party online. Whatever. Like, I can deal with that. I really don't care about a party chat. I could care less about what we're all talking about. That's why we have Skype. If I want to hear what you was talking about, I will Skype you or either call you while we're playing the game. Why haven't people made this conclusion yet? I don't know. Maybe you guys are just too blind in your online thing to think logically about these things. It really is. And with the Vita coming along too, it's like, I'm tempted to get a Vita more than a 3DS at this point. Even though the Vita comes out next year for us, like February 22nd and December 17th for Japan. Games online there. I can Sky 3, because it has all the DLC on there, and I never played the first Disguised through. Like I didn't play because I didn't have PS3. Gravity Days. Let's see. Tales of Innocence, I believe. That's that's for Vita. It was some other. Continuous Show Extend. I wanted to get that. Like if I could get the one for 3DS, since there's no way in hell Nintendo supports downloadable content, I was gonna get it for the Vita, and I'm still tempted to get that game now because of the the downloadable content is still like a letdown. But the fact that they added like the whole versus music, that I'm a sucker for good music. And I also want to get with praying to God that volume or Wrestling Volume 2 is I got a feel it's gonna be earned. Some Kingdom Hearts games gonna be on there. And there was like more video games. I'm probably gonna make a list on that too. And also came to me right now. Final Fantasy 13 versus 13. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a Kingdom Hearts game on the PS3 too. So those are added games I want on the PS3. Now, what's the downside for the PS3? Well, I can't really say since I don't own one, but I can share my thoughts of people who own one. Well, for me, it'll be the whole, I guess, the pricing thing, and like, yeah, like I know you guys cut the $250, but it's like when it first came out, it was like 500 to 400, and then they cut down to 300 to 400, or like that was real expensive. It really was. Like that was the most expensive game out of the market that time, and like I'm really, look like I got enough money to pay for that. No, I barely can afford games now. It's sad, but still. And also I heard a lot of PS3s have been breaking down too, so it's that too. I don't know how or why. Oh, it's the yellow light of death, the update that killed some games. I remember hearing about that, like the Red Ring. And the only problem that we had for me was overheating. That was it. Like it did Red Ring, didn't do anything out of normal, and like the 360, the PS3 has no backwards compatibility. Well, it did. I believe you could play your PlayStation 2 games on there, but you couldn't put there was nowhere to put your memory card in. So when you played the PS2 game, there was no way you were saving that. So yeah, maybe we could work on that in the next PS4. I know you guys say you're not developing it, but yeah, I still think you guys are lying. Y'all probably working on it right now. But yeah, that's basically my take on it. And yeah, I'm not being a fanboy or anything. I'm just putting my thoughts on the three companies. Like they each have something they offer, but still. And I know I favor two over the one, but still, I still got a respect for author, because each has their own audience. And I'm done here. What's your thoughts on it? I'm pretty sure I made a lot of people pissed probably making this, or how I missed certain points, which I'm pretty sure I know I did. Like, you don't gotta tell me twice. I missed who knows how many points in this, but that's not the point. No pun intended. And comment, video response, inbox me, whatever. And I also want to, might as well talk about this now, but yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do it now. I gotta do now. That's for another video. And I'm done here. I'm done here. Keep it classy, and I'll see you guys soon. Or thanks for watching. Whatever works. Whatever works. And hopefully, I hope we get past all these little problems to come.